You've got an EOS-like system, an E-Myth style process, and quite the background.
I kind of followed in John Maxwell's path. I was a preacher. I started as a preacher, young preacher. And, but, I felt a certain restlessness after a while, and an income cap, unless you're going to be one of these preachers that has the jets, but that's just not resonate with me. So,
Sure.
I started teaching leadership in the not-for-profit space, which then spilled over in the corporate space. And I wrote a book in 2012 that just got traction, and that drove a lot of business. I made all the mistakes starting out of trying to boil the ocean. What's that?
It just cut out for a minute. I think you're back though.
Yeah. I made the mistakes of trying to boil the ocean, and trying to serve like every industry. Basically, whoever was paying, if you're paying, I'll come and do it. The upside of that is I just have gained a breadth of experience in almost every industry, and it's been hard for me to just like pick a lane. And so, at this point, my lane is more topical about engagement and leadership. So yeah, I've been doing that. It's not, I don't always find it easy in the corporate sector from a sales perspective. I'm probably the wrong guy to be in that role, but no one told me when I started my own business that I was going into sales, but apparently I was. So anyways,
that's right. We are professional beggars.
Yeah, I've made it work.
Right.
But sometimes I crave doing the working with small business owners and stuff like that. A little more resonates a little bit more with me than, I got a big company that has been going through our program, and today's graduation day. So, I go through, and it's always a bottom third that like didn't even log in, didn't do the program. That's never a good feeling for me, but that's just corporate. You're just not, they're told to come to this class. So, but as you know, man, leadership is one of those skills that you can just, no one's perfect. And yet the impact people have as a leader, they don't even realize it, whether someone goes home in a good mood or bad mood, a lot of that's up to their boss. So.
Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah. It's huge. So normally when people show up on time, I'm just kidding. But we have a very informal, laid back process for the podcast. Yet we have a very formal reality of how we also like to run things and do things. My business is called First Class Business. I don't believe in second class results. It would have been far easier and faster to build hypergrowthmarketing.com because everybody wants to go viral and wants things to be fast. But I'd rather have a standard, and be held to that standard. So Vision Pros is a show that honors people who are just getting started with their vision. They may be so new to their vision, they may still kind of try to lie to get on my stage. I understand that. They're trying to feed their family while trying to do one of the most impossible things known to mankind, be an entrepreneur. And so I also have another show called the BeYourBestShow.com. That's more in line with the Diary of a CEO. At least that's the future hope. We just launched that at the beginning of the year. I've done 2 episodes on it. And we believe in starting raw and real, again, being my best, not being the best. There's no reason to create competition. I'm a big fan of the leadership book, Tribal Leadership. You may have read it. Most people have never read it.
I have never read that one.
It's big, which is why people don't read it. Right. But it's the 5 languages of love, but totally new language that nobody ever talks about. And once you've read it and you've seen it, it's like, oh, you can't unsee it. And you see how to put people in you see what boxes people are stuck in. And then you see the ability to pull them out. It's a brilliant book. But the reason why I share that is because while I'm soft and nurturing on the Vision Pros platform, I am going to talk about the good and the bad and the ugly on the Be Your Best Show. And I'm going to ask the questions people don't like to answer. And it's only for people who are like elite level performers and want to showcase to the world that these variables matter. So normally I wouldn't talk about this until after our episode, but today's the exception. There's always an exception to the rule. You are an exceptional guest. You've got a very strong background, and whether you are a shepherd in a world that needs more shepherds, or you're a wolf in sheep's clothing that's really, really nice, I don't know, but you seem like a shepherd, and I'm happy to explore it and see what's there. I'm a big believer in the concept of 1 + 1 = 11 as well. I don't, there's no need for 1 - 1, right? People to eliminate each other. And I'm a big fan of love, patience, persistence, consistency, and reliability. And that poster right behind me is Patrick Lencioni's 5 Dysfunctions of a Team. We require every single person we hire and work with to read that or listen to that audible and go through a comprehensive analysis test before they even start with us, because it's vital. I don't want negative, toxic cultures. I want championship level cultures, but people who've never been in a championship level culture, you can't anticipate that they're just going to be ready for that dynamic shift in life. So sure. Today we can use all of this as behind the scenes footage if we want to. We're always going to be redistributing our content, but we would never do that without your permission. And 2, if we'd like to get rebooked, then we would do an episode that would probably be between 5 and 9, 5 to 15 minutes. We record it. First thing we're trying to do is help the audience begin to know and like you, right? That's it. If we align on the process, you like it, we want to bring you back, we can do another recording. If we really like the process, then we have a live show where we go live for an hour. It's about 45 minutes. And then we just dive deeper into the process and extract more value. And the distribution takes place. One, for the live show, it's immediate. For the pre-recorded shows, it takes 3 weeks to produce those, and it would come out in 3 to 4 weeks. For the live show, it's produced. The landing page is done all instantly as we're live. The landing page is finished within 30 seconds of us finishing the program. And it's only as good as our capabilities and your capabilities to redistribute that and let people know. It becomes your Rich Dad, Poor Dad book. That's my goal. Is to create an episode where people see a new perspective of James Robbins and what you do, and the vision you're headed towards, so that you can say, wow, I want my friends and family, I want people to see this and hear this, because I've never been asked these types of questions before. That's what we aim for.
Well, it's nice, Jackson. Sounds like you have a well-oiled machine, so would definitely love to be on an episode. Of course, I have to go because I have another meeting in 2 minutes, which is why I wanted to pop in and personally apologize. I have a new book that comes out in August, and it's different than my leadership book. It's a fable, but it's about that there's this mountain in the Andes that calls people to go and have a conversation with their soul when they're out of alignment. So it's definitely a lot, very Jungian. That might be a good fodder for your other show, but I'm pretty open, I'm pretty authentic, and to me, that's the people I love to hear from are the people who just are really honest and raw and not plastic. So I try to be the same. But anyways, I gotta run. I've just apologized for the mix-up, and ultimately I'll take responsibility for that. Hopefully, if this will work for us to reconnect either the next week or the week after, love to.
Thank you for being here today. I'm really happy that you tuned in to Vision Pros Live. I'm looking forward to seeing your reactions as these episodes continue to move forward. This is going to get more and more fun. We'll have more and more engagement as well. We'll invite people to participate in the show. And thank you for giving us your time and attention. Have an excellent time building out your vision and becoming a Vision Pro yourself.